Hi, this is Evan Archella, and welcome to Top 5 New Features in Microsoft Office 2007 Email. I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes or so talking about some of the new email features in Office 2007, including Instant Search, the Attachment Previewer, Categories and Tasks, Enhanced Calendaring, and Electronic Business Cards. Let's get started. This is Outlook 2007. First thing I'd like to talk about here is the new Instant Search capabilities. I'm going to use the search box at the top of my email here to search on the word report. You'll notice that when I do, the results are instantly displayed for me, and the word report is actually highlighted as it appears in these different search results. If I need to add different criteria to this search, I can use the drop-down menu. And for example, let's say I want to have only those items that contain attachments. There are a number of other criteria that you can assign from the criteria list. In this case, I'm also going to look for information from Ben and the subject pertaining to Q2. Filter down this particular email message, and I notice that this has an attachment with it. In the past, if I wanted to open an attachment, I would have to double-click it and actually open the application for that particular attachment. In Outlook 2007, I'll click the Attachment Preview icon and view that attachment within the context of the reading pane. We're actually using a word viewer here to display this information, so I'm not actually opening up the document. You'll see that I have access to the text, the graphics as that document appears, but the formatting is not quite the same as it would be if I was to open this in the full Word application. Clicking Message will take me back to the message view. Close the search pane, clear out the results. And let's talk about another aspect of Outlook 2007. In previous versions, we had the colored quick flags that you could choose to flag an item for follow-up and mark it with a visual identifier. That has been split apart in Outlook 2007 for a couple of reasons. First of all, when you flag an item for follow-up in Outlook 2003, you're not actually flagging that information as a task. It's just simply a visual cue. When you flag an item in Outlook 2007, you're actually flagging that item as a task, but you still have access to the colored categories should you decide that you want to have that visual information. For example, if I right-click on a particular category, I can choose from these colored categories, or I can go into all categories and customize them, give them a new name, for example. And now the green category is status reports, and I can assign that category across my calendar, contacts, and other Outlook items. Simply select it from the list. If I have a particular opportunity that I need to work on, and I need to flag it as a task within my Outlook task list, I can right-click the flag and choose when I want that task to take place. In this case, I'll have a custom task, give it a reminder, and let's set this task for tomorrow. Click OK, and that item is flagged, but it also appears in my to-do bar. If I click View, to-do bar, and then Normal, you'll see my calendar, my upcoming appointments, as well as all of the tasks I have coming up today, and here's the status reports task for tomorrow. You'll also see that task here in my task list, and you'll see it at the bottom of my calendar in my daily task list. As I click over to tomorrow's date, you'll see that that status report is here. Notice it's also green because I applied that particular color category to that task and to that email. In my calendar, I'd like to show you some of the calendar sharing enhancements. In the past, it's been difficult to view other people's calendars. You had to rely on them to share that calendar with you proactively. In Outlook 2007, if you click Open a Shared Calendar, type in a person's name, click OK. I don't have permission to view Linda's calendar, but if I click Yes, I'll get a sharing request open up. Notice in this sharing request the new ribbon interface. The ribbon interface for Office 2000 carries down into the Outlook 2007 message and meeting request level. Here I'm going to request permission to view Linda's calendar, but I'm also going to allow her to view my calendar at the same time. I'll send off that request and show you one other way you can send a sharing request. If you want to proactively share your own calendar, in the first case I was requesting Linda's and I shared mine as part of it. In this case I'm going to share mine proactively with Jeff, and in doing so I'm going to request permission to view his calendar as well. So you can do this sharing request in both directions. You can also send your calendar to Microsoft Office Online, publish it as an internet calendar, give people permission to view it there, as well as send your calendar via email. What this does, it opens up a calendar snapshot in HTML, allows you to be able to have that calendar snapshot here and then email it to somebody. This is great for working with people outside of your organization where you need to be able to show them your availability. You have a number of options to determine exactly how much of that information and what type of details you want to show. On the Contacts tab, you'll find the new default view for contacts is what we call electronic business cards. You'll notice that these look like paper-based business cards, allowing you to open them up, manage that contact information just like you always would. But in the business card section, you can customize what that card will look like, add the different fields to it, and then you're able to send that card as part of an email message. So you still have the capability to send a V card like you might have done in the past, but if you want to personalize that a little bit more and send a business card in the body of your email message along with that V card, you can do that in Outlook 2007. There's a number of resources that you may want to consider when learning more about Microsoft Outlook 2007 and the other email functionality included in the 2007 Microsoft Office system. Microsoft.com/office/preview is a great resource for information on Office 2007. Microsoft.com/office/great-tips is a great place to go for Microsoft Office tips and tricks. And of course, Microsoft Office Online at Microsoft.com/office. Thanks again for joining this webcast.